Good evening. Welcome to another quest time. Today we're going to be doing the quest, the Fremennik Trials. For the intro, uh, yeah, there's not going to be. There's still not going to be an intro. And so today's journey will begin with. Okay, now we're going to need to make our way to the altar. Is there a fairy ring around here? I mean, I could just run up. Maple tree. What's that? Humps patch? Whoa. That area is huge. No, this is that guy. That's where we need to go. This seems to be some kind of shrine. Many thanks for the offering, Outlander. Please accept as a gift the ability to play your lyre. Enchanted lyre. Cool. Now we gotta actually start turning in some of the stuff that we got. Oh, what is that? Oops. Oh. I saw the entire hunt. Let me make it. Let me take that talisman from you. I would be honored to speak out for you at our council of elders after such a hunt, Outlander. Thanks. Now we're gonna actually play. Yeah, you go through. Olaf tells me you're some kind of Outlander bard here on tour. I doubt you're worse than Olaf is. The thought of loss is questioning leaves of people unfold, but I have done my simple best in entertaining the Champions Guild. That was awesome. You're one of the greatest bards I had ever had the pleasure of watching perform. You have certainly earned my vote. I hope we can duet together soon. Sick. Now we gotta try to win this contest. The strange object. Put inside pipe. This goes really loud bang. It will go off. A perfect distraction to help me cheat in the contest. Look, alcohol keg. Where is this guy? Here he is. I see you have your keg of beer. Are we ready to drink against each other? Yes. Let's start the drinking contest. As you wish, Outlander. I will drink first and you will drink. Ah, lovely stuff. Do you want me to get the next round in, or shall I? You don't look so good there. Washaga, you drink the whole keg, but I didn't affect you at all. I concede you probably outdrink me. Just can't believe it. That's some mighty fine drinking legs you got. Anyone who can drink like that gets my vote. I oughta cushion gets my vote. Sweet. Sigmund. Hello there. Hello, Outlander. Are you a member of the council? I am an outlet. That I am, Outlander. It is a position that brings me and my family pride. I was wondering if I can count on your vote at the Council of Elders. You wish to become a Fremennik? I may be persuaded to swing my vote to favor, but you will first need to do a little task for me. How did I know it wouldn't be that simple for your vote? Calm yourself, Outlander. It is but a small task, really. I simply require a flower. A flower? What's the catch? The catch? Well, it's not just any flower. Someone in this town has an extremely rare flower from a far off land that they picked on their travels. I would like you to demonstrate your merchant skills to me by persuading them to part with it and give it to me for my vote. Well, it doesn't sound too hard. Excellent. You will obtain this rare flower for me then? Yes. Okay, I don't think this will be too difficult. Any suggestions on where to start to look for this flower? Well, Outlander, if I knew where to start looking, I would simply do it myself. No help at all. We are very insular clan, so I would not expect you to have to leave this town to find what you need. Okay. You don't suppose I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a rare flower from across the sea, do you? Even the Outlander has heard of my mysterious flower. I have found it in a country far, far away from here. Can I buy it from you? I'm afraid not, Outlander. There's a woman in this town village whose heart I seek to capture, and I think giving her this strange flower might be my best bet with her. Maybe you could let me have the flower and I do something else to impress her. That is not a totally stupid idea, Outlander. I know she is a lover of music, and a romantic ballad might be just the thing with which to woo her. Unfortunately, I don't have a musical bone in my entire body, so someone else will have to write it for me. So if I can find someone to write you a romantic ballad, you will give me your flower? That sounds like a fair deal to me, Outlander. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a love ballad, do you? Well, the only musician I know in these parts would be that terrible bard Olaf. Ask him. Alright. Let's go ask our boy Olaf. So, we're on day 2. There he is. Ask about Merchant's Trial. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a love ballad, do you? Well, as an official Fremennik bard, it falls within my remit to compose all music for the tribe. I am fully versed in all various types of romantic music. Great, could you write me one then? Well, normally I would be thrilled at the chance to show my skill as a poet in composing a seductive romantic ballad. Let me guess. Here comes a but. But unfortunately, I cannot concentrate fully upon my work recently. Why is that then? It is these old worn out shoes of mine. As a bard, I am expected to wander the land singing of the glorious battles of our warriors. If you find me a pair of sturdy boots to replace these old worn out ones of mine, I would be happy to spend the time on composing you a romantic ballad. Okay, so he needs some shoes. So that means we have to go talk to the clothes maker. There's one over here I had seen. Yep, right over here. I don't suppose you have any idea where I can find some custom sturdy boots, do you? Well, I don't usually have many shoes in stock here in my little clothes shop. I will be able to make you a pair if you're really desperate, though. They're not for me, I need them for Olaf. Oh, that foolish Bard. Why didn't he just ask me to make him some? It is his stupid pride, I believe. I will tell you what I will do, Outlander. I know that you must have your ear of the chieftain for him to consider as worthy of becoming a Fremennik by trial. I will make you a pair of sturdy boots for Olaf if you persuade him to reduce the sales tax placed upon all the Fremennik shopkeepers. It does nothing but hurt my business now. Okay, I will see what I can do. Oh, the door. The curtain. Their super sturdy door. First off, fish. Greetings again, Outlander. How goes your attempts to gain votes with the Council of Elders? I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a guarantee of reduction on sales tax, do you? A reduction on sales tax? Why, I am the only one in Fremennik who may authorize such a thing. What does an Outlander want with that? Actually, it's not for me. I need to get it as part of my trial. Interesting. Your trial seems to be very different to those I took as a young lad. Well, I am not adverse in the principle of giving slight tax breaks to our shops. Well, there will of course be a shortfall in the tribe's income, and that will need to be made up elsewhere. However, how about this? For many years, Sigley has been the only one of the tribe who knows the location of the best hunting grounds where game is easiest to catch. If you persuade him to let the entire tribe know these hunting grounds, then we can increase productivity within the tribe, and any shortfalls caused by lowering taxes will be covered. I think this is a more than fair arrangement to make, don't you? Yeah, that sounds very fair. Speak to Sigley then, and you may have my promise to reduce our sales taxes, and best of luck with the rest of your trials. Cool, so now we talk to Sigley. Greetings, Outlander. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a map to unspoiled hunting grounds, do you? Well, of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a huntsman if I didn't know where to find my prey now, would I, Outlander? No, I guess not, so can I have it? Directions to my hunting grounds could mean the end of my livelihood. The only way I would be prepared to give them up would be... What, power, money, woman, wine? A new string for my hunting bow. Not just any bowstring. I need a custom bowstring balance for my bow precisely to keep my hunt competitive. Only in this way would I allow the knowledge of my hunting grounds to be passed on to the strangers. So where can I get that? I have no idea, but then again, I'm happy with my old bowstring and being the only person who knows where my hunting ground is. Okay, thanks. What a nice guy, this Sigley. It's all good though, I know where to go. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a finely balanced custom bowstring, do you? I have... What? I have a few in stock. What would an outlander be wanting with equipment like that? It's for Sigley. I needed to be weighted precisely to suit his hunting bow. For Sigley, eh? Well, I made this bow in the first place. I made his bow in the first place, so I'll be able to select the right string for you. Just one small problem. What's that? The string you be wanting very rare. Take a lot of time to recreate. Not sure you have the cash for it. Then maybe you'll accept something else? Heh, good thinking, Outlander. Well, it's true, there is more to life than just making money. Making weapons is good money, but it's not why I do it. I'll tell you what, I heard a rumor that one of the fishermen down by the dock caught some weird looking fish as they were fishing the other day. From what I hear, this fish is unique. Nobody ever seen its like before. This intrigues me. I'd like to have it for myself. Make a good trophy. You get me that fish, I'll give you the bowstring. What do you say? We got a deal? Sounds good to me. Alright, let's go try to get some fish. Fisherman. I don't suppose you have an idea where I can find an exotic and extremely rare fish, do you? Ah, so even outlanders have heard of my amazing catch the other day. You have it? Can I trade you something for it? As exotic looking as it is bad eating. I will happily trade it if you can find me a secret map of the best fishing spots that the navigator has hidden away. Is that all? Indeed, it is, Outlander. The only reason I sit out here in the cold all day long is so I don't have to pay for his outrageous prices. By getting me his copy of that map, I will finally be self-sufficient. I might even make a profit. I'll see what I can do. Damn. Non-stop with these people, is it? I hope we're almost done. Hello. Greetings, Outlander. I don't suppose you have any idea where I can find a map of the deep sea fishing spots, do you? Well, of course, as a navigator for the Fremennik, I keep all of our maps secure right here. Great, can I have it? Have it? Just like that? I think not, Outlander. This map shows all of the prime fishing locations nearby. It is very valuable to our clan. I am afraid I cannot just give it away. Perhaps I can trade you something for it? A trade for a map of the best fishing spots in 100 leagues? I will trade it for no less than a weather forecast of our seer. As a navigator, the weather is extremely important for plotting our best course. Unfortunately, the seer is always too busy to help me with a forecast. Where can I get a weather forecast from then? I just told you, from the seer. You will need to persuade him to take the time to make a forecast somehow. Alright. I don't suppose you have any idea where I can find a weather forecast from the Fremennik seer, do you? Yes, because I am the Fremennik seer. Can I have a weather forecast then, please? You require a divination of the weather. This is a simple matter for me, but I will require something in return from you for this small service. I knew you were going to say that. Do not fret, Outlander. This is a fairly simple matter. I require a bodyguard for protection. Find me someone willing to offer me this service. That's all? That is all. Man, what is this guy up to? So now we gotta go find somebody who can protect them. I don't suppose you have any idea where I can find a brave and powerful warrior to act as a bodyguard. No, you not. I am, Outlander. There are none more brave or powerful than me amongst the Fremennik. However, the role of a bodyguard is below me. As a noble warrior, you might as well ask me to babysit the children. Okay. Is there no way you would do this for me? There is but one way, Outlander. Since I was steeled in battle, I have dreamt of the I have dreamt of earning my place at the champions table in the long haul. It is tradition amongst us that the bravest and strongest are honored with a table of companions to drink and feast all that they can in our long haul. Unfortunately, there are only a fixed number of places available at that table, and these places were all filled many moons ago by others. Although my worthiness is undeniable, the only way I may take my place is if one of those already there dies or give up their place to me voluntarily. So you want me to this guy. So you want me to go make it look like an accident? What? What? No, no, not at all. I am shocked you would suggest such a thing. If you can persuade one of the Reveliers to give up their champion's token to you so that I may take their place, you may have my contract as a bodyguard. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, let me just kill one of them. What a guy. Just casually. Yeah, let me just take care of one of them for you. Okay, now we gotta find Manny. There he is. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a token to allow a seat at the companion's table to you? As a matter of fact, I do. I have one right here. I have earned my place here at the Long Haul for surviving over 5,000 battles and raiding parties. Due to my contribution to the tribe, I am now permitted to spend my days here in the Long Haul listening to the epic tales of the bard and drinking beer. Cool, that sounds pretty sweet, so I guess you don't want to give it away. I think it sounds better than it actually is, Outlander. I miss my glory days of combat on the battlefield, and to tell you the truth, beer here isn't great, and the bard's music is lousy. I would happily give up my token if it were not for the one thing that keeps me. Our barkeep is one of the best in the world and has worked in taverns across the land. When she was younger, she experimented a lot with her drinks and invented a cocktail so alcoholic and tasty that it has become something of a legend to all who enjoy a drink. Unfortunately, she decided that cocktails were not a suitable drink for the Fremennik warriors and vowed to never make it again. I have been here every day since she returned, hoping that someday she might change her mind and I might try this legendary cocktail for myself. Alas, it has never come to pass. If you can persuade her to make me her legendary cocktail, I will happily never let another drop of alcohol pass my lips and will give you my champion's token. That's all? That's all. Alright. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find the Long Haul Bar's Keep's legendary cocktail, do you? How did you hear about that? I didn't think anyone knew about that. Well, it is true that in my younger years as a barkeep, I wandered the lands trying various alcoholic delicacies. Did you ever realize just how many different types of alcohol there are in Glenore? Lots. Well, anyways, I used the fusion of various drinks from all around the world to create the greatest cocktail ever made. Of course, when my wanderlust was gone and I returned back to Relica to serve as a barkeep here, I gave all that up. But you still remember how to make it, right? Of course. And you have all the ingredients here. I don't need to go chasing around the world for obscure ingredients to make it. No, I have them all here. Why? Can you make me your legendary cocktail then? I would rather not. It is a reminder of a life I left behind when I came back. Any way I could change your mind? You need this to become a Fremennik, right? Well, you seem okay for an outlander. It would be a shame to see you fail. You know the kid outside? Sure. He's nothing but a pest. He keeps sneaking in and stealing beer. I shudder to think what he will be like when he passed his trial of manhood and is allowed to and is allowed in here legitimately. If you can get him to sign a contract promising that he will never ever ever darken my doorway here again, you get the drink. Any idea how I can get him to do that? Knowing that little whore, he'll probably be willing to do in exchange for some cash. You should go ask him yourself, though. Alright. Little troublemaker. I don't suppose you have any idea where I could find a written promise from Askelandi to stay out of the long haul. What? I can't believe she asked you to get a written promise from me to stay out. Yup, she really did. Aw, but the long haul is so much fun. I'd live there if I could. I suppose you really need that promise to help become a Fremennik, huh? Yeah, I really do. Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. As it's you, I'll give you that written promise. All I ask in return is a measly 5,000 gold. What do you say? Yes. That's all you want in return? Sure thing, here you go. Done and done. Let me know it. You got any more cash burning a hole in your pocket, I can relieve you of, buddy. Cool. A legal binding contract promising not to enter the long haul. Once again, we reached that point in the story where we've gotten pretty far along and we need to take a break. Thank you again for joining me on the second part of this adventure. It was quite a wild ride getting all those favors done for all those people inside of the village. Nevertheless, it was a good time. Thank you for joining, and I hope I catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.